Hey everyone, James here again. Today we're going to talk about Blackout Tuesday, which is an event happening on June 2nd of 2020. Now, it's no secret what's been happening around the world over the past several days. The death of George Floyd kickstarted a series of protests around the country and the globe that in some instances turned into riots. Now, there will be headlines about the property damage and the number of arrests made, but let's not lose focus of what's really happening here. People far and wide are demanding change, and for the first time in perhaps a very long time, it seems like brands and people in positions of power are getting behind those demanding change rather than remaining silent. Now, all this leads us to Blackout Tuesday, which was started by an Instagram post by an Atlantic Records executive using the hashtag #TheShowMustBePaused. The image that accompanied the post, which has been reshared by countless labels, artists, and industry professionals since then, reads, "Due to the recent events, please join us as we take an urgent step of action to provoke accountability and change. As gatekeepers of the culture, it's our responsibility to not only come together to celebrate the wins, but also hold each other up during a loss. Join us on Tuesday, June 2nd, as a day to disconnect from work and reconnect with our community. #TheShowMustBePaused." Now, the first people to share that message were mostly independent musicians and journalists who took notice of the hashtag. But within a couple hours, Columbia Records took a big step forward for the movement by publicly sharing the image and adding their own comments, saying, "We stand together with the Black community against all forms of racism, bigotry, and violence. Now, more than ever, we must use our voices to speak up and challenge the injustices all around us." After Columbia Records made this statement, many other music industry companies began to follow suit. Live Nation, Warner Music Group, Sony Records, and many other businesses, including tons of independent labels, artist management firms, record stores, music journalists, and everything in between, have spoken out about Blackout Tuesday and committed to not promoting music, sharing new music, focusing on what they can do to distract people from what's happening in the world around us. Now, this is the big thing. I know that some people are taking issue with the use of the term gatekeepers, but let's be real about what happens day to day in the music industry. No matter what's going on in the world around us, the music industry is a business of entertainment. And while there are people who are creating protest songs or songs meant to influence positive change, most day-to-day activities revolve around promoting a new song, a new video, a new tour when live music is allowed to happen. And a lot of that is mostly just a distraction from the day-to-day life. Like, you have a normal job, most likely. You work in a restaurant or you work at an office somewhere, and music is your escape. Music, by and large, is a form of escapism. Blackout Tuesday is the industry's attempt to stop distracting you from what's happening outside your doors. It might not be a big step in the grand scheme of things, but it has sparked a lot of other positive changes. For example, most of the giant record labels that have committed to participating in Blackout Tuesday have also donated tens of thousands of dollars to various nonprofits to help people who are fighting the good fight. And by taking this time, taking this brief break in the middle of a work week, when there are several major releases scheduled to come out on Friday, it is making a bold statement about how they view what's happening in the world right now and how they understand their role in it. Face it, as much as we all love music, it's not the most important thing in the world, at least not right now. And until we can implement good systemic change that makes everyone have a better and healthier life, then it's probably okay that we take a step back. But what should we do with this opportunity? If everyone in the music industry is taking June 2nd off to hopefully influence positive change and give everyone a moment for reflection, what can you as an individual who's not at the top of a giant corporation do to influence positive change? Or how should you spend your time? Well, luckily, there's a website for that. TheShowMustBePaused.com has a ton of resources and suggestions for what to do on June 2nd, but I'm going to give you a few right now, which if you want more information about, you can learn from them. So here we go. First and foremost, if you have been impacted by the recent events, take a break. There is no harm in taking a break because there's a lot going on right now and it can be a lot to digest, especially for people who suffer from issues with anxiety or stress. Second, you can help the family of George Floyd by donating. You can also help the fight for Breonna Taylor or help the family of Ahmaud Arbery. Want to help protesters? Donate to one or more community bail funds, or visit the Movement for Black Lives for additional ways that you can help the cause. If you want to connect with leaders building grassroots campaigns, they have resources to do that as well. And if you're an ally hoping to learn more, there are some anti-racism resources available there as well as throughout the internet. This is really an opportunity for you to take it upon yourself to see what you can do to play a more positive role in the world around you, because change is coming. It needs to happen. At this point, it feels like all the chaos that we're seeing, all the stress and anxiety and pain that we're witnessing 24/7 on social media and in the news is not going to stop until something changes. So it's on all of us to do our part, and that's what Blackout Tuesday is all about. You can say that maybe it's not the biggest day of the week for the music business, but it is still a day where tens of thousands of people are not going to be doing the thing that keeps them distracted from the worries of the world, and instead are choosing to focus on those worries and see what can be done about them. And as always, we're going to keep bringing you updates about the music business right now, as well as how you can navigate it and find success. So if you haven't done so already, click the subscribe button down below. I'm not going to give you a big spiel today, but it's something that we always say, so I'm just going to get it out of the way. At the very least, I do need you to do this. Take care of yourself, because you deserve it.